Happy New Year and welcome to 2024, and we are back with a brand new pickups video. We have video games, toys and even a brand new console for 2024.
Game pickups! Building the game world! World trips! Live game hunting!
Hello again folks and welcome to 2024 and welcome to a brand new pickups video, and I just couldn't wait. I wanted to jump straight into the new year with some amazing new pickups from my amazing ever-growing game collection. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe, as I put new videos out every Saturday live at 5, as well as bonus content throughout the week, and I really want you folks along for the ride. Now, we've got some amazing pickups, let's get into them. Now, you may or may not know, my birthday is also in December, so as well as some amazing Christmas gifts, I also have some fantastic birthday presents to showcase in this pickups episode. The first of which is from my wife, is this Critical Role Vox Machina comic. Now, I am a massive fan of the Vox Machina series on Amazon, and yeah, I really wanted to jump into more of this amazing D&D content. If you haven't seen it before, it's absolutely incredible. I'm yet to jump into this graphic novel, but super excited for this one. As well as video games, I'm a massive board gamer, and I didn't know for the longest time they actually did a God of War card game. Now, I don't know very much about this one, but I am super excited to get into it because honestly, anything from 2016's God of War is something I need more of. It is still, to this day, pretty much my favourite game of all time. So if this card game can even get a glimpse of the awesomeness that was that game, this is definitely going to be great. I have collected vintage and modern toys for years now, and without a shadow of a doubt, one of my favourite toy lines to collect for is the Tmnt NECA figures. And this is one of my favourite series of figures that NECA make. That's because all of these figures are from quite possibly still the greatest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game of all time, Turtles in Time. My wife picked me up two brand new figures from this amazing series of figures. First off, we have this Foot Soldier one, and I just love the fact that these figures are pixelated as such. They look exactly how they do in Turtles in Time. Not only that, as well as the Foot Soldier, I've also got the Shredder figure. Now, this is one of the hardest figures to find from this line. I think this line has since finished, but it has some of the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures I've ever seen. I'm super happy to have these two in the collection. But the Turtle Mania doesn't stop there, and my wife also picked me up this absolutely incredible Wrath of Krang figure. Now, this is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA cartoon line, and this one is super cool. It has a massive Krang figure inside. It has tons of accessories, including like his little walker and a tiny Shredder. I absolutely love these TMNT Turtles figures from NECA. They are so cool, and some of these are getting really hard to pick up. And for me, Turtles was all about the bad guys, and I had to have the baddest guy of them all. Finally, for my birthday, from my brother, I got a game which I've been waiting to play for absolutely ages. Yes, it's just a yearly installment, but I absolutely love the WWE 2K games, and I had to get WWE 2K23. For me, the 2K series has a very rocky kind of road to where we are now. The road to WrestleMania, if you will. But for me, this has finally captured everything perfectly. After the disaster of 2K20, they even took a year off to kind of fix things. 2K22 was very good, but 2K23 is absolutely fantastic. The My Rise storyline is fantastic. Being able to beat up John Cena in some of his most iconic matches is fantastic. And one of the most wanted match types to be added to a WWE game in absolutely years. You can finally play war games in this game. It's definitely worth picking up. It looks absolutely beautiful on the PlayStation 5, and yeah, really enjoying laying the smackdown on this one. So just 10 days after my birthday, it was Christmas Day, and once again my wife got me some absolutely incredible gaming and kind of retro related presents. The first of which is this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Raphael pop. It is the Turtles art series, and this was the last one I needed for the Turtles set. I don't collect too many pops, he says, with about 100 in the room with him, but these ones were absolutely fantastic, and I was just super happy to be able to finish the set. The Turtle Mania continued into Christmas as I was lucky enough to get 2 more of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time figures. So here we have the Slash figure, one of the strangest of the kind of Turtles enemies, and a really, really cool figure once again. I think the thing is with these figures, they capture the likeness of these characters from the video game so incredibly perfectly. And then we have one of the heaviest figures I've got for a long while, Leatherhead, and again this is just such a good likeness for how this character looks in the game. Now I am an in-box collector, so these will be staying in the boxes, which is a good thing because these boxes are absolutely perfect and really capture the essence of what was Turtles in Time. You know by now I love a bundle, and my wife actually picked me up a bundle of retro handheld electronics for Christmas. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but this is what I absolutely love. So there was a selection of kind of old electronic games in here, and one of which is the reason for this entire bundle. So first off, we have this Caesar's Palace Tiger Electronics handheld. I really love these handhelds, and honestly, if I'm going to play a gambling style game, this is probably how I'm going to do it. Next up, we have a very weird one. I actually thought this was like a Black Brit first. It's just a chess kind of handheld game, very, very generic. Remember, this was a bundle, and the reasoning for grabbing this will become more evident. Next up, we have one of these kind of small licensed handheld Nintendo games. This is Mario's Concrete Factory. I think these were around about 5, maybe 6 years ago. They were pretty cheap, but they are slowly becoming more collectible. But there's a couple of items in here which did really surprise me. So the main reason my wife picked this bundle up for me is because of this item. I have wanted this item since the late 80s. This was the definition of cool, like Christmas '89, somewhere around that time. It is the Nintendo Super Mario Bros. Watch. That's right, you could be cool enough to have Super Mario on your wrist, on your watch. This, for me, is the absolute pinnacle of geek chic. I love this thing so much. It's so cool, so impractical, but so incredibly amazing. It's the weird Nintendo merch like this I absolutely love. And this is the one from this bundle that took me by surprise the most. This is Nintendo Mini Classics. I had no idea what this was. I'd never seen this before. This one is Oil Panic. Open it up, and it's just like a little double screen LCD kind of game. I had no idea. My wife had no idea. I'm guessing the seller had no idea how expensive this was. This is a crazily rare, it seems, Nintendo item. And it just goes to show, sometimes you have to think outside the box. There's more obscure stuff like this, which really holds value. One of my main goals for 2024 is to really increase my Evercade collecting. I recently got the Evercade Atomic Versus console and I absolutely love it. And this console has such a huge, diverse range of games in its back library already, and it is constantly growing. So I was really happy my wife picked this up for me, the Jalico Collection 1 for the Evercade. Now, I have never really seen this one. It's one I'm not really I don't know a lot of these games, but let me know if any of the games on here are very good. I do recognise Totally Rad, and yeah, let me know. Have a look at the games on the back. I'll put the list of what games are on the side. Let me know which one I need to jump into first on this Evercade collection, and let me know in the comments down below if you're collecting for the Evercade, which is the best cartridge they've released so far. My wife knows I love collecting action figures, and every so often I will start a new set, and she picked me up an action figure from one of my favourite cartoons of recent years, Invincible. Now this is a toy line that has only just started, and these figures are already getting harder to find. The first series was Invincible and Omni-Man, and honestly, look at these figures. They are absolutely fantastic. They perfectly capture the essence of the Amazon original show, and yeah, this could be an expensive series to collect for, but I'm really in love with these Invincible figures. For me, pop vinyls are like buses. You won't see one for ages and they all come along at once. And at Christmas, once again, I was blessed with 5 new pop vinyls for my collection. These are 5 out of the 6 pop vinyls that they released for the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie. A movie which I absolutely adored, and a movie which I hope they continue the saga of very soon. This was a gift from my brother to me and my wife. He knows we are both keen D&D players, and yeah, one missing from this set, so definitely another pop set which I need to complete. Carrying on the Pop Funko theme, we have this awesome Darth Maul Pop pin. Now, I've never seen these before. These are super cool and honestly a slippery slope which I could easily descend down. Just a really cool kind of variant, and obviously anything Star Wars I absolutely love, so thank you to Kieran for this awesome Christmas gift. As I said earlier in the video, I'm an avid board gamer and board game collector. But here's the thing, with board games, they can take a lot of space. And going into 2024, space is at a premium. So I was really happy this board game, as such, that I got off my friend Scott. It is this game, Kitten, and look how tiny it is. It is absolutely perfect. You could stick this in your pocket, play it on the train, play it down a pub, play it anywhere. It just goes to show these board games don't always have to be huge, and there's little pocket games like this which are really cool to add to your collection. Like I said earlier in the video, space is going to become of a premium here in the Games Room in 2024 as my collection continues to grow. But on a recent trip to Home Bargains, I could not resist these giant turtles added to the collection. These are based on the original 1989 figures, and back in the 80s, this was what I wanted for Christmas, these giant turtles figures, and these are such good replicas, ever so slightly smaller than the originals from the 80s, but these were an absolute bargain. And even though I'm running out of space, sometimes the time to buy something is the time you see it. And these were just $12.99 each for these giant figures. I think when these first came out, they were 30 quid each. And the whole set was there, the whole gang was there, and I just took it as fate and grabbed the whole set for a bargain price. Like I said at the start of this video, new year, new gaming console. And there is one console which I've waited for so long to add to my collection, but for my money, there is no better time than now to add to my plethora of gaming consoles to perfectly complement the PlayStation 5. It is, of course, the Xbox Series X. And honestly, for my money, there is no better time than now to pick up an Xbox Series X. So, truth be told, I've picked this up using Xbox All Access. For just $25.99 a month, I managed to get a brand new 1TB Xbox Series X, as well as Games Pass for the next 24 months. That means I haven't got to worry about any other bills. It's just one inclusive package for the Xbox. And honestly, with the games on Xbox Games Pass at the moment, it is such a good deal. I've been playing Atomic Heart, Forza Motorsport, perhaps the best looking game available on the market at the moment. Amazing multiplayer such as Warhammer Darktide, a game which gets close to the lofty heights of 4-player co-op of Left 4 Dead. And even strange games like Microsoft Flight Simulator, which just blows my mind that essentially you fly around a virtual world. And of course, one of my most anticipated games to play of 2023, going into 2024, Starfield. I cannot wait to find a spare 100 or 200 hours to jump into that one, but you will not believe what game it is I'm currently fully invested in playing. Like I said, that is an exciting time. I've just picked up the Xbox Series X for the first time, and I absolutely love it, especially with Games Pass. But what am I playing at the moment? Well, there's about 50% Baldur's Gate 3 on the PlayStation 5 co-op with my wife, and 50% this game, which I recently picked up off Facebook Marketplace for the price I've been waiting to get it for absolute years. That is Spider-Man Miles Morales. I picked this up for just £10 off Facebook Marketplace, and I am absolutely in love with this game. This is the thing with video game collecting. It is very rare that I'm playing a game which has just come out. I'm continuously playing catch up, but it does afford me the luxury of, with some of these newer games, waiting for them to drop in price. This is a game which dropped in price, and then as soon as they announced Spider-Man 2, went back up in value. So I wanted to pick up a cheap physical copy of this game, and for £10 this is an absolutely mind-blowingly good game on the PlayStation 5. If you have a PlayStation 5, you need this game, and if you have Xbox Series X, fear not, there's still lots to play on that amazing console. There we have it then, folks. We are back for 2024. I hope everyone had an absolutely incredible festive period, and I hope you are looking forward to an absolutely smashing 2024. In regards to the channel, we have some very big things coming, but first and foremost, this Saturday, live at 5, we have the final episode of the PlayStation Platinum project. And more importantly, this Saturday, at the end of that episode, I will be announcing my personal challenge for 2024. So do not miss that one. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and as always, keep playing the game. See you all soon.